Okay, what's up, everybody? Fantasy Savvy, Steve DeAngelo. I got my boy Joe Carlton here. We are doing a Midnight Owl Rotowire Online Championship. Both of us are basically back from vacation. We haven't live streamed in a while, so we're rolling tonight. Joe's got the Scott Fishbowl tomorrow live up in Boston. And I'm drafted tonight. Joe's not drafted tonight, but he's going to give his expert analysis. He knows most of the people in this room as well. So, thanks, Joe, for joining us tonight and dropping your knowledge. What's up, man? How's everything going?
Thanks for having me, Steve. It's going good. It's been a good vacation. We went to Hershey Park, took the kids to Hershey. We spent 3 days there. It was definitely fun. We did the water park, roller coasters, made our own chocolate bar. That was pretty cool. It was a good time. Now we're back home. We get Scott Fish tomorrow morning. Brunch at 10 a.m. at the Harp, right outside Gillette Stadium. It's about a 40-minute drive for me, so I got an early morning, so I'm only gonna stick with you for 10 rounds here tonight, Steve. I'll do in true Scott Fish fashion. He likes the live drafts. He likes to have everybody only 10 rounds because he wants people to socialize and get to know each other and shit, hang out. So I'll rub it off on this Midnight Owl 10 rounds. Let's see.
Nice.
So you're on the clock with pick 8, right?
Yeah, I know. I wanted to take Neighbors. I was hoping Neighbors would fall to me here. But I'm going to pivot here, and CD Lamb is just sitting there like a loaf of bread. I want to take Genty. I'm tempted to take him, but you know what? I don't really get a lot of CD, so I'll take CD Lamb here
Nice.
at the
Can't
eighth
go
spot.
wrong. I don't think you can go wrong.
Yeah, I like that there. I don't usually draft a lot of CD Lamb, but yeah, George Pickens in town now. That should take a lot of pressure off him, obviously. And Dak, 1 year off, 1 year on. Hopefully he's back a little bit better. I think he's getting a little bit older now. The Cowboys are a hot mess. Jerry's, I don't know what the hell Jerry Jones is doing anymore. But I actually saw some movie he was in with Billy Bob Thornton. I don't know if you ever seen it, but he did a pretty damn good acting job in that. I saw a clip from it last night. So props to him in that at least.
So we got pretty much the chalk first round. Chase, Robinson, Gibbs, Jefferson, Barkley, Neighbors, St. Brown. You go with CD, Puka at 9. And Duke gets a gift, I think, in my opinion. He couldn't click Genty fast enough, I saw.
Yeah, no, that's nice. That's nice to have at the 10th spot for sure. I was gonna take him there as well, but CD Lamb, I think is fine, especially in the format where you're starting 3 receivers.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. The first round, you really can't make a mistake. The second round, you could definitely make a mistake. Although I would say the second round picks, they seem a little bit stronger this year.
They do.
In
The
years
second,
past.
the second and the third round is rather deep.
Yeah. All right, so let's see if I can get the guy I wanted in the second round. No.
Collins, London. That's like the most common turn.
All right, this is what I'm going to do here. Now, this is tricky, man, because CMC still hasn't been drafted yet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, he's sitting there now, too.
But Derrick Henry's still there, too.
I was just going to mention that.
That's like, yeah, I think I got to take Henry, man. The guy's a freak. I mean, you've seen the videos. He's still running up the hills. He's got that Jerry Rice regimen going, get that acceleration. I've always been a huge Derrick Henry guy. People bashed him in the past, in fantasy because he couldn't catch passes. That's why they didn't like him. And I love to take CMC here, but
do you have any CMC yet?
I mean, I don't know. I think I have him in maybe the FFWC or something. I'm just gonna take Henry. I'm gonna take Henry.
All right. I
He's
can't
been
blame you.
he
I can't
yeah,
blame you, but
he's been proven more durable. I mean, CMC definitely could go off. I mean, I think the Niners are definitely gonna have a bounce back year. And now with like Ayuk and Pearsall on the shelf, they're probably gonna have to lean on McCaffrey a little bit more than they
yeah.
expected to,
I think
right?
I think I would have went CMC there only because I have one. I have a Derrick Henry already, and I don't
Yeah.
have a CMC. And for the reason you just mentioned, I mean, I still think that Ricky Pearsall isn't as going to miss time or anything like that.
Yeah, it's
I
a
think
hammy. It's so early, right? So
yeah. So they'd just be definitely being cautious.
right.
But with that being said, he's obviously going to get a late start, and there's always a chance of re-injury, and it's Kittle and CMC and basically Jennings. I expect Jennings to get a little bump early on as
Oh
well.
yeah, yeah, Jennings for sure. So what I wanted to do was I was hoping that I was watching the draft, another somebody else's draft from the other night. I think they started Neighbors Thomas. I love that start. If you could start Neighbors Thomas, I just think that's a great start. So that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get Neighbors Thomas, but Neighbors went 6 and Thomas went freaking 11. So I couldn't even get one of those guys. But CD Henry, I like the start so far. See how the rest of this baby Duke.
Team five with the Barkley McCaffrey start. I mean,
That's nice. That's nice. McCaffrey into the middle of the second round. I mean, that could be absolutely electric.
I'm surprised. Well, yeah, I'm surprised he's in the last. I got the last 8 drafts ADP up here for the NFFC 350, and CMC is gone as early as pick 6 and as late as pick 16. So he got him at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. He got him at pick 19. So
Yeah.
that's the latest he's gone in the last 10 days.
Yeah, that's good. That's going to be a maybe a little bit of a rare combo there with Saquon and McCaffrey.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I
that's
like
a
that.
good.
I like that a lot. We'll see how he finishes up his team. Obviously needs some receivers. But yeah, I mean, you got two of the potentially most elite running backs or most talented running backs in the NFL right there. So
And a very unique stat for sure, I think. What else we
yeah.
got? We have Neighbors McConkey, St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Brian Thomas, AJ Brown, Nico Drake London, Puka
Everything
Bowers. Yeah,
everything looks good to me right now so far.
let's check Bowers. Where's Bowers been going the last 10 days?
Did you guys think about going out to Gettysburg when you were out there?
No,
That's
but I saw it. No, but I saw it on the highway sign.
yeah, yeah.
uh,
That's a like Hershey's a real, obviously like the most happy place, but Gettysburg, man. I went there after I went to Hershey. I only did 1 day at Hershey though. You did 3 days, so you dominated everything. That's why I didn't get to go to the
yeah,
water park. But we went to Gettysburg, man. I had like PTSD after I left that place. It was freaking it was crazy. Like they really preserved the battlefield. Like they don't put anything up. Like everything they try to preserve it the way it looked. But it's definitely a trip to take at least once in your life. Gettysburg, serious spot.
nice. Well, the kids already requested to go back out there within the next 2 years or 4 years. I told them 4 because there was a lot of things that they couldn't do. They're not old, they're 10 and
Right.
6.
Right. The
Um,
rides, yeah.
yeah, so we dominated it, but we didn't get to experience everything. So
All right. Yeah, no, I mean, there's always going to be same thing with my kids. Like we were in Ocean City, and they have a boardwalk there, and they couldn't do a couple of the rides. Like they had one huge coaster that they couldn't do, and one of those slingshot rides. I don't even know if they wouldn't even want to do that, but you know, we'll see. Carson, Nico, Drake, Tyreek, Gebby, Brian Thomas, AJ Brown, T. Higgins, and then Duke starts with 3 straight running backs.
he'll do that from time to time.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that either, actually. I was telling you, I don't know if I told you that super that I did with Chad last year. I started Barkley, Gibbs, Achan in that one.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah, that was a good. The thing that killed me in that league is my quarterback was Jordan Love. That's what hurt me.
Nice. You're on the clock there, round 3. Lamar just went. First quarterback off the board.
Yeah, let's see here what I want to do. I don't
It's
like
not
any of
not the
this.
first not the first Lamar Bowers combo I've seen.
Yeah,
It's not a bad combo to have if you can fill in the rest of your draft properly.
I'm gonna take Devontae.
I like it.
Yeah, I haven't got him or Henry yet, so I got the old man. I mean, think about he's 32, but again, talking about Jerry Rice, like what Jerry Rice was like 40 years old, still doing dirt in the NFL. So I think like he's just so skilled, Devontae. Like he could be 35 and still be pretty damn productive out there. You know?
I think he's going to have a huge year. But I'm my bold prediction of this season is he outscores Puka Nacua.
Yeah, and think about Puka too. He's had a little bit of injury history too. So if Puka misses some games, Devontae's going to go nuts. He's going to get all those
He's
targets in that McVay scheme.
he's playing with the best quarterback he's had in a long time, and I actually,
Right.
I don't. I mean, at this point in their careers, Stafford is obviously better than Rodgers. I mean, outside of prime Rodgers,
Yeah.
Stafford, Stafford's better. So, and
Yeah. I agree.
and Devontae's used to double coverage. You can't double cover him now because
Nope.
Puka's on the other side. So
And McVay's a master of just creating guys, rubs and schemes to get these guys just lay up routes. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. He's not only in like the best quarterback he's had in a while, the best scheme. He's been in a while too. So um, yeah, we'll see, man. Hopefully he's out there for all 17 games because if he is, he's going to have a huge year. Normally there, I like to take Allen there. But I'm going to have a lot of Josh Allen, so I'm probably going to try to. I got a little bit of a nice quarterback strategy that I'm going to do if I
well,
can
you
land.
you got a really good running back wide receiver start for
Yeah,
sure.
so far
Lamb,
so good.
Henry, Devontae. All with different bye weeks. Not that you really pay attention to that, but it's worth noting at this point.
Yeah, no, that always helps. Racy Rice falls into the fourth round.
That's
What do you
about
think?
where that's about where I took him early. I did it in an early draft. I got him right in that same spot.
No, now what are we looking at as far as the suspension? Like, how fast is it going to happen? Are they announced anything yet?
No, but it's probably going to be before the season starts. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Um,
So, what do you think it's going to be? Like 4 games?
I think it's
Yeah.
going to be 4. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
they might do 6. I could see them doing 6, but 4 is I think is a minimum shoe in, you know.
yeah. No,
And
I
then
think four for sure.
Jordan Addison's circumstances were different, right?
I mean,
The detail,
yeah, and Rice has
the,
to go to jail for 30 days.
yeah.
So
So I could see Addison only getting 2 or 3, and that's kind of how I'm seeing it. We got
um,
Burrow. So team 1 does the Burrow Chase stack with Josh Jacobs and Amari and Hampton. Team 2 goes Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin stack to go with Bucky Irvin and Bijan. That's kind of unique. I haven't seen that from that spot in a while. Team 3 Gibbs, JSN, Josh Allen, James Cook stack with Gibbs and JSN. That's a decent start. Everybody's got a pretty good start. I mean, I don't see any like whoa out of the ordinary picks.
man, I want to take Kittle here. I think it's a good pick, but I also like Kenny Walker and to round out my running backs a little bit. Now, Kenny Walker, obviously, he's hurt every single freaking year. Um, that's the only issue with him. But hmm, I have another tight end that I'm gonna take. So I'll take Walker
I
here.
just want to point out that you could have had the CMC Kittle stack combo stack.
Yeah, could have. Yeah, then take Purdy later. Yeah, I mean Kittle in the fourth round. It's just such a nice spot for him because there is a little bit of a drop off. Although Laporta and Hawkinson could be really nice this year too. Even Andrews.
Laporta
Um,
Laporta worries me because if he do you think he can establish himself as number two pass catcher on that team, like target share wise?
I mean, touchdown wise, possibly. I mean, he could technically lead the team in touchdowns. Maybe he has a big touchdown year again, like he did 2 years ago. I could see that happening. Target wise, no. Yards and receptions, yeah, no. But touchdowns, like I could see him having another double digit touchdown season.
We got Billy in the comments over here saying Rice at 4-4 seems a little high. I guess so. Yeah, it is. It is high. It
Yeah, what's
was a
up, Bill?
it was a value it was a value, Billy, until the circumstances that have presented themselves this week.
Yeah, I don't like
Uh,
it. I don't like it either. For me, it's a little too high as well. And I think Worthy also, like the way he came on the end of the year, I think he could eat into Rice's production anyway. So a little bit. So yeah, for me, it's maybe another round, maybe the fifth, but I don't know. He could be an absolute monster there as well. And then you got Hollywood Brown who could come back healthy too. I don't know how much he's gonna do, but he'll be in the way. And Bill says he got him last night in the sixth round. So there you go. 6
6-3.
6-3, yeah.
Nice. I gotta hop in a draft. It's been like over 3 weeks since I've done one. But
No,
I told you I was gonna take a break because I was already halfway to where I want to be. So
yeah,
I
this is
want to.
the first draft I did in the last 2 weeks as well. Over 2 weeks. I was doing best ball drafts, when I could. But that's not like this. Obviously it's different. So this is my first show back and first draft as well.
Cortland Sutton, DJ Moore. Duke's got two decent floor wide receivers to go with that running back build. Check in on Team 5 with the Barkley McCaffrey. He follows it up with two second-year wide receivers, Marvin Harrison and Xavier Worthy. McBride goes in the middle of the third round. He's fallen a little bit since the early drafts.
Taking JMO.
It's fallen a little.
I like JMO, man. I feel like he's just a different type of player. Now it's tough with St. Brown because he gets all those layup routes and he fits Goff's style better. But I just feel like JMO's due for an explosion. And you're playing in these tournaments. He's the type of player that could win you that. So I like Devonta Smith a ton too. But between Saquon and AJ Brown, it's going to be tough. I just feel like Jameson's upside is higher.
Whoa, that seems early to me. Patrick Mahomes in round 5.
Yeah.
So who's gone? 5 quarterbacks have gone. Burrow did
And he
before
did.
that.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't. He doesn't have any of the receivers. Maybe he'll get Kelsey later or something. But yeah, I don't know if he had to take him there. He probably could have got him on the way back.
Now look at Travis Kelsey. Where is his ADP?
10th round, right? Something like that.
Well, I got the last 10 days, so it could be. It could be. I anticipate him moving up.
Yeah, with Rice, but
There
he's
we go.
still he's still grandpa.
77. He's gone as early as
Oh wow.
77.
So the 7th round.
Yeah, and his ADP is 86,
I
but
wouldn't want him.
that's
I wouldn't
moved
want
up.
him in the 7th round.
He did have 97 catches last year, right?
Yeah, he did.
And it was like the ugliest ones ever, but he still had 97 nonetheless.
Yeah, yeah. No, he definitely could be. Have a little bit of a redeeming year. After he shit the bed in the playoffs, that's probably the reason he came back. He knew he couldn't go out like that, so he's basically going to go all out. Obviously, in his last season. But Rice going to come back. You got Worthy involved, Hollywood Brown. Noah Gray's involved. I don't know. He's not the same player he was, but yeah, 7th round versus where you used to get him in the 2nd round.
Possible Brashad Smith too, if he can
I
play
love
the
Bashard Smith.
if he can do the Jarek McKinnon role, that's going to
Yeah,
take that'll take touchdowns away from Kelsey, I
yeah,
think.
yeah. When I watch Bashard Smith, I'm like, this guy can play. So I like taking him late, but who knows? Between Hunt and Pacheco, it may take him 10 weeks to really get on the field and do anything. And plus, Elijah Mitchell's there. He might be a little bit of a thorn, but he can never stay healthy. But yeah, I like Rashard Smith. I'm definitely taking swings on him a ton.
So we go after your JMO pick. Devonta Smith goes early. Patrick Mahomes. Zay Flowers in round 5. Calvin Ridley. I like the Ridley pick. I like Pickens. Round 5 got some good wide receivers in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Waddle used to be a 2nd round pick. Uh Ridley, 2 years ago, he was like a third, he was bumped up to like the 3rd round. Devonta used to go second, third.
What do you think about third year Zay? You think he overcomes the target share, the spread, the way that
I
Baltimore's
like
right?
I like Zay Flowers a lot, but yeah, I mean Bateman stole all his touchdowns last year. Bateman was the guy scoring all the touchdowns. But
Bateman
yeah, I
is
mean,
the downfield threat for
yeah,
sure.
Bateman's good. Bateman's a good player, man. They have a lot of weapons. Like, Likely's probably going to get more involved, and you got Henry and Andrews is still there. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so like it's going to be tough for Zay to really blow up, between all the other talent around. But I like taking Zay Flowers. I mean, I think he's really really talented. He definitely hasn't had his career, definitely hasn't had his best season yet for sure.
No, and it's third. He's going to enter in his third year,
Right.
and based on he's got Harrison, Worthy, and Flowers, three second year wide receivers.
Right. And that's the old adage. Remember, like the 3rd year breakout for the receivers back in the day, especially the smaller guys.
It still is. It's now it's not necessarily a breakout, but it's when they take a jump. You know what I mean? There's an increase in you kind of start to have a feel for what they exactly are. You know what I mean? After the third year or during the third year, kind of make a break
Shit, man.
for some guys.
I'm in a conundrum here. There's a lot of good picks on the board here.
Swift up in the middle of the 6th round, huh? Jeez. I don't think I'd pick him that early.
He's on my do not draft list. DeAndre
I
Swift.
I,
I
I
will not
like
have any shares in him.
I like him, but I'm not picking him that early. His ADP 61 the last 10. Yeah, he moved up
I'm going my
50.
instincts in this one.
Jordan Addison, nice. Like I said,
Yeah.
man, I don't see him getting more than 3 games at
Yeah.
most.
Yeah, probably. I normally would take Olave there, but and I've taken a lot of Olave, so I wanted to switch it up. But Olave in the 6th round is very nice as well. Even with Tyler Shuck tossing the rock. But JJ McCarthy, man, I think he's gonna, man. I was looking at him today, a little bit of deep dive. I really like him a lot. I mean, I
Yeah,
know he's coming back from the ACL, but wow, I'm really impressed by him. I didn't realize he was this good. So I think the Vikings are gonna have a great offensive year, and I'd like bump up to Jefferson, Addison, and Hawkinson for sure. Um, they had such a great year last year until the end. What were they? They won 12 games last year, right? 12-5. And then they shit the bed in the playoffs, obviously.
They still
Um,
got that stout defense too.
yeah, and
So
their defense is solid. They have a great coach, and I think they're in good hands with McCarthy. So yeah, man, I love the Vikings again this year. And I'm going for something. See if I can pull it off here.
there's a player still available, and I'm not even. I don't see the list, but there's a guy that's available right now that couldn't click fast enough. It was my turn.
Yeah, no, I know you're talking.
Uh,
I know you're talking about. I was thinking about taking him too. I just, I'm definitely no, for this type of format, this is the type of guy you need too. You're right. I know what you're talking about. Shit, he'll be gone next couple of picks. I just worry again. Now we've talked about it many times, and when he gets picked, I'll talk about it. But Stefan Diggs, and supposedly he's not going on the pup, right?
I didn't think he was, but
Yeah,
it doesn't mean he's going to be there week one.
yeah. I'm not really in on Diggs either. I've my Stefan Diggs days are over. They're over. I cut them
Yeah,
off. You got to be like that. You can't. I don't know. Like you do a lot of these drafts. Yeah, you want to get exposure, but there's got to be some guys that you don't draft. I
I
think there's right. Like
so
there's
my,
got to be a few of them.
yeah,
You
so
can't just
my
draft everybody just based on where they fall. Like there's, I just cut some guys off no matter what.
my
But
take on the Patriots offense is you're gonna want some of these guys for the stretch. Like I want to say like week 8 to like week 15. That's when I see the offense really really gelling and kind of taking a step. They got they got like Diggs. Like if Diggs can stay healthy come week 8 with the rest with the offense like finding a rhythm and a flow on the McDaniels, and they have the type of players. There's a couple on that team. There's one that I can't believe he hasn't been picked yet. Unless I'm missing it. Am I missing it? No.
no, he's still there. He's gonna go though. He's gonna go because he could throw the ball. So Jacoby Myers, baby, there it is. That's the guy we were talking about. Oh, Debo. All right, I'm up. He's there for me, baby. Travis Hunter, right?
No, I was
Oh,
thinking
you're not
Trev.
talking about Travis Hunter. Who are you talking about?
Nobody is there. I mean, you got 4.
Who are you talking about?
I'm thinking of a running back.
Uh, I don't know. I wasn't thinking of running back. I was thinking of Travis Hunter, but I wanted to take Hawkinson here, but I feel like Hunter's the pick.
Yeah,
But
7th
again, my
round.
my concern with Hunter again is I feel like he's going to be a force on defense, and they may just leave him out there.
No way.
Uh,
No
no, no, no,
way.
no. I'm saying like to the point where he's not going to be as effective as he should be as a fantasy player because
Oh,
they're going to use
yeah.
they could potentially use him more on defense. But I'm going to take him right
Yeah,
here.
well, you got to back up. You need a fifth wide receiver with what you know.
Yeah. But I wanted to take Hawkinson there at tight end. If Hunter wasn't there, I would have taken Hawkinson because I'm on the Vikings train now with JJ McCarthy. I feel like their offense is just going to go ape shit.
Wow. 70, 73, 74, 75. What pick are we on? 79?
Yeah, 79 Hawkins.
Wow. There he is. That's the guy.
Trevion.
Yep.
So what do you think? Like with McDaniels, you think he's gonna get like that James White role, right? Just catch a bunch of passes and shit. But
He's going to be James White
but
plus.
but Stevenson,
Plus.
I know Stevenson like he hasn't been good the past 2 years, but like he's been in absolute shit situations. I mean, their offensive line's been terrible. They played with fucking Jacoby Brissett for the first 5 games last year. It
Yep.
was just a hot
Yep.
mess. So, and he's a good receiver. Like he has soft hands. Um, but
They're
I mean, yeah,
definitely going to split.
yeah, no,
I
I
think
think it's good. Yeah, like so that's what I'm saying. That caps Travion a little bit, but maybe Travion just shows out. It's definitely a nice upside pick.
I think he's as the season goes on. Like I was just talking earlier about the Patriots offense and how I think that they're gonna gel as the season goes on, and it all really depends on Diggs' health. I think if Diggs isn't healthy, come like week 7, week 8, isn't fully healthy and finding a groove, then the offense could the effectiveness, I should say, of Trevion Henderson probably not going to be. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to say, but I think I see the offense really gelling. I wouldn't be starting. I would be hesitant to start them, any of them, other than like the tight end Hunter Henry. If you wait on tight end, I love Hunter Henry.
Oh yeah, I like him too. They have a good connection. Him and May.
But yeah, I don't know. That's just how I see that.
Demario Douglas is a good player. I mean, Kyle Williams is a nice rookie. They have a lot of weapons, man. They're going to be nice. They should be pretty nice. I mean, Drake May, I mean, he's just got to keep progressing, and he should. So yeah, they should. I mean, with Vrabel, they just got their head on their shoulders now. The entire franchise is turned around. Have you watched that documentary at all with
Which
Vrabel and the Patriots?
no,
I think it's on Amazon. I watched like 1 or 2 episodes. I forget what it's called. It was pretty good. It's like a Hard Knocks, similar to that, but it's just based on the Patriots.
I've seen, I've watched I remember Vrabel in the interview. Like he was great with the media
Yeah, I've always liked and
as
appreciated
a
Vrabel.
player, No, never
Oh, as a
mind coach.
player too. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, player he was great too. Yeah. Yeah, they were
Oh yeah.
showing that in the first episode when he was playing receiver and catching those touchdowns and shit
Check
like that.
out check out Team 11, man. 3, 4, 5, 6 wide receivers, one running back,
Yeah,
and the one
I don't know what he's doing over there.
and that one running back is James Conner in round 5.
I mean, James Conner just keeps going. He's like he's like the Frank Gore. Like he'll probably just stay in front of Benson until he's hurt, or they don't. I mean, it's going to be tough for Benson to get a field because Connor's just so solid every single year. But yeah, I think he took one too many receivers there.
He could have had Trevion in round 7.
Yeah. Um, Shepherd Team 5 started Barkley, McCaffrey. I don't like Harrison, but I like Worthy. I like Zay, RJ Harvey. You know, I don't know what to think of him yet. I know the fantasy community loves him, but now they got J.K. Dobbins, and I feel like Estime, man. Like, I don't know if he's just going to be erased. Like, I feel like he's still going to have a presence there. So obviously Harvey's going to do different things than those two. It could be very nice. And then Mixon, he's hurt. You got Nick Chubb there, so I liked his start. But again, we're in a little bit of deeper rounds too, so some of these picks aren't going to be as sexy.
I'm trying to figure out why he would go 4 running backs if he's got Barkley and McCaffrey.
Yeah, that too. There you go.
That
Good point.
that kind of yeah, I don't know. Look, I get that Barkley and McCaffrey is fragile, but I mean, when you score that, I think you should lean into it. I mean, one run like RJ Harvey was fine. I don't understand the Joe Mixon pick at all. You
Yeah,
just, I mean, unless you plan on flexing a running back here and there, I suppose you could. I think Javi's going to be. I think Javi can catch close to 50 balls this year, right around 50. I think he's going to have that, Javonte Williams role. And like you said, Dobbins is gonna. I love J.K. this year. Actually, I just took him. I'm in the middle of an IDP draft, and I got him as my third running back.
Yeah, no, Dobbins is solid. I mean, the issue with him is just always getting hurt. I mean, he only missed 4 games last year, but, yeah, he was highly productive. Um, he's definitely gonna be nice as long as he's on the field.
Yeah,
I mean, he coming out, he was so talented. Those injuries just, slowed him down, but he's still for everything he's been through, he's still producing. All right. I don't know. What am I gonna do here?
with John Jenkins in the 7th round. Is that where? No, 8th round. Beginning around 8. Let me get it to running backs. Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm up here.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Where we got him? Where is he? Quinshon Judkins, as early as 66 and as late as 119. So he's
Wow.
falling. What pick was that? That was pick 88? 91, 90, 89. No, pick 87 he went in this. So, yeah, that's right around his current ADP at 90.
All right, I'll take Mark Andrews here in the 8th.
Not bad, not bad. I think I have more than one. Can't stop clicking on him, really. He's like such a good value this year. Such a
Yeah,
good price.
yeah, and people are down on him obviously because what happened in the playoffs, and but he had a great year. I mean, he started so slow last year. Everybody in there, everybody was giving up on him. He went crazy down the stretch. So, yeah, I mean, he's always been Lamar's guy. That should continue. And Lamar is the way he's tossing the ball last year was just unbelievable how good he was. So, yeah, Andrews in the 8th. I like it. I think it's solid. I mean,
Is
go ahead.
I was going to say Lamar's touchdown percentage in the red zone was the best it's ever been. So, and
Yeah,
I kind of called that. I'm not going to lie. Last year, I thought I was saying that Lamar was definitely like I had him on my team, the best team I had. He was my quarterback. Um, he was in for a career year for sure. You could just see it. Derrick Henry. They didn't. They signed Derrick Henry for a reason.
yeah,
It is to open up some passing lanes for Lamar and
yeah.
and make him more efficient, and it certainly did.
We have 41 touchdowns, 4 picks. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah, they had it switched up. I think maybe Allen should have won the MVP. I don't know. I guess whatever. It's fine. They both deserved it both years, really. So the way they did it's fine. I'm not gonna.
There's a good 8th round pick. Everybody's down on. I'm taking him in certain spots. Michael Pittman right there at the back end
Pittman.
around 8, 9 turn. Yeah, I think he's going. I mean, here's a guy that was up in the 3rd round, not just 2 years ago.
Yeah,
He's been injured. He was injured last year, supposedly. But he still played. He's on the field all the time when he's active, and I think just people are underestimating the Colts offense as a whole, and I think a lot of their players are great values in drafts this year.
yeah.
They're
It's
pass
just like
catchers.
how many guys can Jones and or Richardson make relevant though? Like you got Downs, you got Warren. You know,
Right. But
but
the
yeah,
thing with Downs has never gone over 70%. He's like the 65-70% snap share. Pittman's 95 to 100. So that's
yeah.
kind of in certain spots. Why I mentioned in certain spots.
Yeah, I mean,
But
he did have 1,000 yards 2 years ago. So, to your point,
PPR, yeah, PPR.
um, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they use Warren because, like, how many targets he's gonna get too. But I don't know, like, for me on the Colts, like, I don't mind taking Warren for where he's going. Downs is a pretty good value. Pittman, I just never really got into him. I mean, I think he's good. I don't think he's like anything great, but yeah, I agree. I think it's a decent value there.
as a flex.
Yeah, yeah. I do like Adonai Mitchell too, but he's a little raw again. Like he's just a flyer, late, last pick. But he's talented too. Then you got Alec Pierce, who I think is pretty talented. So they have a lot of talent. It's just the quarterback play is very suspect as far as throwing the football.
Now, do you think Daniel Jones holds the job down the whole year, or like do you see Anthony Richardson being involved?
Um, if Richardson's healthy, I think Richardson's going to play 100%. Yeah, at some point. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to hold the job all year because he's always hurt. He has his own struggles. And I think they want to see what Richardson could do. I think they want to get a look at him. And I don't think, they're not going to have like a, I don't know. What are you going to do? Like, do you want to maybe make the playoffs with Daniel Jones and definitely lose in the first round? Or do you want to like see the upside of Anthony Richardson and, who you took, obviously, with your early ass pick in the first round and see what he could, see how he grows. And then you could just make a decision on him. Um, and then you're going to need another quarterback anyway. I mean, it's not like Daniel Jones is coming to save the town, So it's like I think you got to see what Richardson could give you at some point.
Baker Mayfield right there at the back end of round 9. That seems like value.
Yeah, no, it's a good pick. He was way past his ADP there.
Yeah, I know why you take Fields, and I don't hate Fields over Mayfield either.
Yeah, it's the running,
It's yeah,
the running upside.
it's yeah, the 40 plus, the bombs, the 40 plus sailing.
But no, but Mayfield, man, he's awesome now. Like he really turned his career around. I mean, he's on point, and he's got a plethora. Three Amigos reference, plethora of freaking receivers there.
You know that I was 2 years old. No, less than no, I was one and a half, and I was on the set for that movie.
Shut the hell up!
Yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah.
That's like one of my favorite fucking movies, man. I used to love I freaking watched that movie 10,000 times.
So
That's awesome.
my grandparents used to own. They used to have a second house in Phoenix, Arizona, and they used to go
Wow.
out. They used to split, the year up. Half the
Right.
year, 4 or 5 months out there, the rest of the time here, and we went when I was just a little baby. And there's a picture. I actually just found it too because when my dad passed away, we went through everything. And there's a picture of my dad holding me, and a picture with Chevy Chase and there's the guy with the mustache. The other guy, I can't think of. I don't know the actor's name. I don't know the movie that well. So
Martin Short, Steve Martin.
yeah, well, I don't think Steve
Oh,
Martin was
you're
there.
talking about freaking
Do I
El
got the
Guapo.
wrong movie? Do I got?
No,
I got the
no,
right movie,
you
right?
got
Yeah,
Chevy Chase. Yeah, maybe El
yeah,
Guapo. You took a picture with El Guapo, maybe
yeah. I
the
got I
criminal.
got to dig it out. I'll have to dig it out next time we go live. I'll
Yeah,
show
man,
it to
send me that. But that's incredible. So that's where they filmed most of the movie, I guess, in Phoenix,
you.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that movie's hilarious. Have you watched have you watched it a bunch or no?
I seen it a long time ago. I was
Oh,
like,
okay. You
yeah,
gotta
I
you
haven't
gotta
seen it
watch it again,
recently.
man. It's
Yeah,
freaking that movie is. I've seen that movie probably about 50 times at least. Great movie, man. Yeah, Chevy Chase is hilarious in that too.
see now Donnell Mooney went like 8 picks after Pittman. I would take Mooney over Pittman. So I don't see the board, so the player list, but
I like Mooney too.
yeah.
Mooney's good, and I like Penix too. I think Penix gave a pretty nice season. As long as they protect him, he's freaking accurate. So
How many teams don't have a quarterback right now? Team 11, Team 12, and Team 5,
team 11, team 12. Yeah.
and Team 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 teams, yep.
and we're in round 10. Nice.
That's crazy. You were on this freaking set of Three Amigos. That's
Yeah.
nice, man.
I had no idea. And I had no idea at all.
That's nuts. All right. I gotta see what I'm gonna do here.
Kyler Murray.
This is the
There is.
time of the draft. Go ahead.
I'm kind of in on round 10 Kyler Murray. If he can get his shit together and pass the ball to
Yeah.
those guys, yeah, yeah,
Kyler's a mess, man.
I know he is a terrible quarterback. I will say that, but he's got the fantasy rushing upside. If he stays healthy and that I feel like that offense runs a lot. Not runs a lot of plays, but they play from it's fantasy friendly for the quarterback if he can.
Yeah, he's got to get back to his rushing upside. It's kind of what made him a great fantasy quarterback. But he hasn't been doing that as much. Um,
See, now he went out and got Garendo. Does he really need Joe Mixon if he got Garendo with McCaffrey? I don't know.
yeah.
I feel and I don't know, man. 5 running backs, and 3 of them, the third one being just as old and fragile as the first 2. Although I don't think Saquon's fragile. I don't think. I'm not scared of the 370 plus touches that he got last year.
I'm not really scared of it either. I think these guys are just it's
Yeah.
different, a little bit different today, don't you think?
Well, they have a great offensive line. Jalen Hurts does all the tight 1 yard rushes, so it's
Right.
not like he's running into congestion.
Right.
And they brought on AJ Dillon, who
AJ
not,
Dillon might be nice behind that offensive line, though.
that's what I'm saying. Saquon's going to sit on the bench like this after he's got 140 and 2 in the middle of the third quarter.
Yeah,
So,
fantasy owners are gonna be like freaking AJ Dillon.
so it's like you take the efficiency and the high upside because he's attached to that offensive line, and offense in general, and
Yeah.
I don't see much change in there.
But also
Than,
too, the training regimens and just the things they could do with the therapy now. I just feel like these players are in better position. I feel like Saquon also, he's had a lot of injuries in his career early. So I think he's probably figured some things out. So yeah, I mean it's like, all right, guy has 300 touches versus 400 touches. Does it make that much of a difference? I don't know. Who really knows? The extra 100 touches. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it does. But I mean, he's just so talented. Like you said, he's got the offensive line, and he's got Hurts taking some pressure off him as well. So yeah, I'm not trying to freak out over that either. He's just too damn good to dismiss him because of that.
Dak in round 10, back end of round 10. I really like that. That's a good one.
Yeah,
6-point passing TD format.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. If Dak can I feel like Dak though. I feel like he's regressed, but obviously his situation's been shitty because Jerry Jones hasn't surrounded any talent around CD really. Jake Ferguson was their number 2, and they were betting on Jalen Tolbert last year, and they had no running backs. So bringing in Pickens was smart, but we'll see with that. But yeah, round 10, I think he could throw 30 touchdowns and over 4,000 yards, right?
I think. Are we talking about Dak? I could see Dak going
Yeah,
5,000. 5,000. I think he pushes 5,000.
yeah, he
The
could.
thing,
Their
the
defense is
thing,
not going to be as good. Yeah,
the thing is, Jaden Blue, Javonte Williams, and who's the other one? Miles Sanders. Okay, Javonte Williams catches passes. I don't necessarily think he's going to be like the 3-down back, but that combined with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and even to a degree Ferguson, just how bad the running backs are. It's going to lead to Dak having to throw more.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, I could see, he's got an extra, he's got an extra weapon now, and we can't forget about Cavante Turpin. They still have a field stretcher there, so
I'll take Ramondre here. Get some running back
he's.
depth.
I think he's set up nice to go out. We'll say 4,800, 4,836. Like I got him
Damn,
right around there. Yeah,
that's a freaking serious year, man. I don't know if I see
yeah,
that. But
yeah. If he
usually,
plays all 17 or 16, however,
yeah, I
whatever.
mean it's true. He's always been hers. It's been a shit show. But that's like yeah. I mean he was up for MVP 2 years ago at one point. You're right. So it's not that far off. All right, so I got some running back depth, especially with Kenny Walker as my RB2. You need some running backs behind him. Scatabo, I like a lot. I know Tracy's talented, but I feel like it could be a split at least. Singletary, I think it's his days are kind of numbered. So,
Tracy early on, and then Scataboom more as the season goes on for sure. I think Tracy gets first crack at it until he does something stupid or he gets hurt, and then and Scatable will be eased in until he's fully thrust in and he gets that opportunity. So that's
yeah,
kind of how I
yeah,
see it.
yeah. I could see him going
And
him early, but yeah, you might be right. He's a rookie.
and
Um,
he could certainly take away the goal line carries from Tracy.
he
So,
could, yeah, he definitely could. I was thinking two in there over Stevenson because of the upside, especially in that offense. I probably should have went two in there instead of Stevenson, who's kind of like on a downtrend, a little bit of exciting player. But I know you got Bigsby and ETN there, so that's a crowded backfield as well. I don't know if Tutin's just gonna usurp ETN like that. Um,
Stevenson's okay though because it kind of gives you a decent floor stability.
yeah,
RB two,
exactly. It's a
RB
state,
two. If Kenny Walker was the miss time,
right? It's a stable pick, just to give me some depth there.
There's a couple of running backs in the next couple of rounds that you can take for upside. So
Who do you
that
like?
is, that is still there.
Who do
We
you like?
talked
Just spit it out.
we talked about one earlier on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. That's later on though, but yeah.
I don't know. He's been going around the next around 12 to 14.
Okay, yeah. I guess at this point, you never know when somebody's going to grab somebody, right?
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Why is this not? There we go. I know there is. This guy's still there. Let's see.
Anyway, guys, thanks for
Is
joining us tonight.
Yeah,
Huh?
sorry. I was gonna say
No,
Charbonnet still on the board.
um, no, he's
So
gone.
yeah, he's long gone, right?
Yeah, Jaden Blue goes after that report of he's supposedly lazy or whatever. They're moving Phil Maffa up the draft boards. Phil Maffa, Javante Williams, Miles Sanders. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that backfield.
Jacquez Hunter's another one.
Oh, I love Jarquez Hunter. Yeah,
Marshawn Lloyd.
Marshawn Lloyd is he could if Jacobs think about Jacobs a couple of years ago when he had that 300 carry season and he kind of fell apart the year after that. So who knows? Maybe it happens again. Maybe Jacobs a little bit worn out from last year. They give Lloyd. I like Lloyd. I mean, that's a great situation.
And I still say they signed him for a reason. I'm not saying I'm going to start this guy, but upside Rico Dowdle, Carolina. Chuba,
Mhm.
I know Chuba.
They paid Chuba a lot of money though, or a decent amount, right?
Yeah, they did, but you know,
Yeah.
I want to see. I'm not 100% sold on Chuba. I want to see him do it again before I kind of think that
Yeah,
he's a 3 down force. You know what I mean?
yeah. I never was a Chuba guy either, but it seems like they block pretty well there. And I think he's just solid. Like I think he could keep it going. I just think he's a solid guy. And they got Tet there, and Young's getting better, so I feel like he'll be solid once again. I don't know if Dowdle's coming to like erase him or anything. Um, I think he's better than Dowdle. So, but yeah, I was never a Chuba guy. I think I had him in like one league last year, but he was good.
He certainly finished strong.
Yeah. Um, I mean, they did draft Jonathan Brooks too, but unfortunately, the freaking guy tore his ACL twice. Crazy. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Running back's pretty dried up. There's like, I mean, that there's
Yeah.
yeah.
I want-
How many running backs does Team Seven have? All I see is green, right? And yeah, I don't see the first 2 rounds, but because
He's
you got
got Team 7. Yeah, he's got a ton of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 backs. He just took 4 in a row, right? 5 in a row. Tracy, Mason, Harris, Davis, right.
and 5 in a row and 6 in the last 7.
Jeez.
Is he trusting his wide receivers?
I took
He
Kincaid
could.
there. I took Kincaid, hoping for a bounce back. I usually take Tucker Craft in this spot. I have so much Tucker Craft, so I'm happy to get Kincaid there.
Tucker Craft went a few spots before, but
Yeah,
yeah, I like it because he's one of the few tight ends that have a path to being number 2 on their team in
right,
targets.
right. And the tight ends are kind of womp right now. Johnu, obviously, and Fryermuth are, that's going to be
Tight end is deep this year.
Goddard's not bad. Ferguson could have a rebound year for sure. With those two guys now, I mean, he could get all those targets like he did 2 years ago. Pitts should be better with Penix, but Pitts is always a hot mess. He's got a foot injury, or I don't know. That's from May actually. He's probably all right. Uh, Morris is saying the team is being extremely cautious with his foot, but I'm sure he'll be all right by the season starts. But yeah, likely Hunter Henry, like you said, is a good late value. There's some other guys. Yeah, it is pretty deep overall. You're right.
Miss out on Kittle and McBride. I can't even say I'm drafting Bowers. He might be like not a guy I'm fading, just a guy that I'm not gonna have very many of.
Just because you rather just wait on tight end, or do you just think he's going
Yeah,
too high?
I would rather have McBride.
Yeah,
So this is why I'm
but they
not
kind of go. They kind of
really
go
picking
similar. They kind of go similar.
like McBride in the middle of the 3rd round is doable. He was going early second for a
Yeah,
little bit. Um, if they're
yeah.
that far, if they're that far apart, I'm never picking Bowers, like ever.
Yeah,
So
I'll have some Bauer. He's just too damn talented
I know he is
not to
good.
have any of him. The receivers are dried up for sure. I mean, it's a shit show with the receivers. I gotta grab one here though. I'm gonna take this guy because I like him a lot. I keep drafting him.
Who you looking to pair up with Fields, like for a second quarterback?
Um, Neither May or McCarthy, but one of those two, or Herbert's still there too. I mean, Herbert is a great value. I feel like, and he's going to run more this year. I mean, I think he would have ran more last year, but he had that plantar fasciitis. Then he had I think an MCL or a high ankle sprain. So I feel like he'll run more this year.
Is Purdy still on the board too?
And now they got Trey Harris. So, they upgraded the receiver room. I mean, he ran for 306 last year. His career high is his career high is 300. I could see him running for like maybe 4 or 5 touchdowns. We'll see. But I do think he'll run more this year. Purdy, yeah, Purdy's still there. Purdy, Herbert, Love, May, McCarthy, Penix, Stafford, Tua, Bryce. Here, I'll show it to you real quick.
Birdie.
All right, you see that?
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah, Q.
Take that off. Yeah, the tight ends, the receivers are hit.
So Purdy had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games with over 30 points last year. 1 with 40, and 2 just under 30, 29.35 and 28.2. He's not bad, man. Not bad.
Yeah, no, Purdy should have a better year. Last year was
He only had 20 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, right. And he threw for less yards, but he ran for 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
They'll be better this year. Their schedule, I feel like the Niners are going to win like 11 games at least, 10, 11 games. Miles Sanders. I can't say I'll be drafting him.
Yeah, me either. Although, yeah. The answer is Dak. Which running back you taking on Dallas? I'll go with Dak Prescott.
Yeah. I mean, how many yards do you think he can run for? What's
No, I'm just saying, like, he's going to benefit from the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Dak could run. Maybe Dak could run for freaking 4 or 5 touchdowns. Who knows? It's possible. I mean, he's 32? He's not running like he used to. But if you could get that out of him, and then he throws for those, those
he's
yards.
on the I know he's on the record for saying that he's going to try to run more like he used to.
I think he needs to. I mean, I feel like when Dak was doing that, that makes the Cowboys better. It just like makes their offense better. I mean, that's kind of what he did as a rookie. He came out running a lot, and just he had that dynamic ability. And then that one year, what did he freaking tear his foot or something like that? And he was kind of never the same after that, as far as a runner.
Right. He's always he gets banged up when he runs. So that's kind of why he slowed it down a little bit.
All right, let's go back to the board. I guess if we want to do 2 more rounds, then we'll call it a night.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. What time are we at? 1 a.m. Nice. So we're leaving. I got my buddy Rick Avery and Matt Wood. They're both from Salem, Mass. They're like, that's the witch town in New England. I don't know if you
I was there. I was there years ago.
That's like about 35 minutes, not about 30 minutes early in the morning from me. So they're getting dropped off here, and then we're all carpooling down to Gillette.
Nice.
Well, probably leave here about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Get down there about 9:30. Brunch is at 10 a.m. There's a brunch. Draft starts at 11:15. It's going to be looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. Although we are slated to get like heavy thunderstorms with hail possibility and like possible flooding early in the afternoon, so we probably won't be on the outside deck. They have like a nice outside deck there, but still going to be a good time.
You never know. That could, it might be like 10 minutes of rain, then it'll open up again. You'll be all right. You should be fine. When I was up north, we went to the Yankee game, and my friend, he brought his daughter, and she's like, "Daddy, get me a water." She's screaming, and then he came back, "Daddy, I give me chicken fingers." So he gets her chicken fingers, and my son took a bite, And then she didn't want him anymore. Oh my god! So he went back up again. He came back down. He was, I don't know why, daddy's girl. So then the rain delay. He's like, this is the fucking worst. The rain delay but the rain delay only lasted 20 minutes, and then the Yankees went off after that, so made up for it. But it wasn't too bad. There was rain in the forecast, and it was like 20 minutes, so you should be all right.
Nice. I caught a Sox game too. We went for the Little League. We sat in the bleachers for the game, and we did a parade. Players
Nice.
and coaches did a parade around the warning track, and
Oh, that's
what
awesome.
little bit of foul ground there is on the third base side. And the best part about it is, guy I work with, his second job is he manages one of the concession stands, so I didn't have to pay for anything. It was
Oh
great.
wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome. That helps.
yeah.
Yeah.
Saved me like $500
Oh
probably.
yeah, the freaking concessions are crazy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we got ice cream with the souvenir cups. He's like, "Where's my souvenir cup?" I had to go back and grab one of them. It was under the seat still. Um, yeah, it was good to get out there though. That's cool, man. Who did they play when you went?
Tampa Bay. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Yankees played the Mariners.
they won. I'm trying to think. I think the score was 4-1, maybe. I can't even remember.
What am I doing here? I'm just eating up guys that I like now.
4-3. Maybe it was 4-3.
I don't know why I can't draft freaking Adam Thielen. I don't know what it is, man. It's like he's still so solid, but I can't. I don't know. Maybe I should draft him.
You took
Uh,
Besh.
yeah,
How do you? Yeah, I don't know. I'm.
I like his talent. That's why I'm gonna have a
Yeah,
lot of him. But yeah, it's crowded there. But you know what? I just at this point, you just bet on talent. And I know everybody's talking up Thornton, but I don't. For me,
it could
I,
flip flop. It could
I go
flip
by I
flop.
go by what
Yeah,
I see. I try not to pay attention to the report, especially now. I'm taking Pat Bryant. I
I
love him
I,
too.
I think it could flip flop for sure.
Yeah. I just watch both of those guys and I'm like, Beck just looks like the much better player to me. So, but it depends on scheme and things so you never know. But Pat Bryant's another guy I like a lot. And Sutton's getting up there too, 31. Vele was pretty good last year. But, I don't know, Bryant, you hear, Peyton talking about him, like, he reminds him of Michael Thomas, so it's definitely a guy that he likes a lot, so, it might
And
take him a little while, but
we know how you feel about Marvin Mims.
yeah, Marvin Mims. You know what? I like Marvin Mims, it's just like, I just feel like I like Pat Bryant better, and Sutton, and then Ingram, so, I don't know how much he's just gonna be inconsistent, too inconsistent, I think, and Peyton doesn't, like, give him the playing time, it seems like, either, but maybe that changes. But he definitely did have some big catches down the stretch last year.
He was starting to get more involved.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll see if it carries over. Then they go and draft Pat Bryant. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's different. Pat Bryant's what, 6'2", 6'3", and Marvin Mims is what, 5'9". It seems like Peyton likes the bigger receivers, right? He likes like the bigger size guys. Seems like little
and
Jordan Humphrey and
then,
he's like
and then
6. What?
as I'm saying, they have Evan Ingram too. Like they
Evan
had it.
Ingram,
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how it's all gonna work out there, but that's why I say just this point, just bet on talent, and hope for the upside. And then you got to cut a guy, you cut a guy, you make a move. That's it.
it's the New Orleans Saints a la Bo Nix instead of Drew Brees.
Yeah. Well, finally, he got rid of Adam Troutman. All those years, he's rolling Adam Troutman out there. Gets a real tight end.
I picked him one week and I didn't win any big money, but I cashed on DFS. I used him one week and he scored.
Troutman?
Yeah, you know what I did? I filled out the rest of my roster and like I couldn't configure it so that I didn't want to cut anybody out. So I was like, whatever, I'll just pick somebody from the dumps, and
Yeah, 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 yeah. You got to do that every once in a while. You know?
just so I could add the other guys,
Yeah.
and it kind of paid off. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, as long as he's getting playing time, those cheap guys are worth it sometimes.
the DFS line, the good old DFS sleeper lineup
The Chargers kicker just went? Team kicker? I don't know about that.
in round 16.
Well, yeah, I don't that's all right. I better win this league.
What did Team 11 do after all those wide receivers? What is it?
Team 11, we got Brian Robinson, Javante, Jerome Ford. So, I mean,
Brian
he's got
Robinson's nice.
yeah, Brian Robinson's solid. Javante, he could be potentially the starter there. And Jerome Ford's definitely going to get playing time, especially with the Juckins, so not terrible. But his quarterbacks are Lawrence and Penix, not bad. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, I think
I would take a third one later if those are my two. I would go with three. He's there's still another
yeah.
solid ones, another one or two good ones. Like Birdie, boom, there he is. Round
Oh yeah, I
16.
mean, yeah, for sure. Wait, are you telling me that freaking Herbert's still on the board too? Like I would have took Herbert over both those guys, Lawrence and Penix, for sure.
You're not concerned about pass volume?
No, I just
No.
again, I don't. You got Lad McConkey, and they get Trey Harris now. Um, so and Herbert, I feel like again, I think he's gonna run more. So yeah, I'm not. I think Herbert, man, over those two guys, I'd prefer. Let's see. All right, so I want to take Herbert, but I have Addison. Um, I'd rather have Herbert than McCarthy.
I don't think so. Not me. I'm going
You rather
McCarthy.
have McCarthy?
Yeah. Well, he's got better weapons, no?
Yeah,
I
no,
think
that's what yeah, he's definitely got better. Well, that's what I wanted to do in this draft. I wanted to take McCarthy, but I do like Herbert a lot. But I have Addison, so it makes more sense to take McCarthy. Um, and you're right.
yeah,
I mean,
well,
McCarthy could have a huge year, so I'll take him. It's fine. And he could run too, man. He's got the ACL, but
you were talking him up earlier. You got to pick him.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Let's
Hey,
see what I gotta do.
Duke double tapped at the elite defenses right there. See that?
Yeah, I noticed Duke does that. He has like 2, 3 defenses, which is good. I mean, I think that's a pretty good strategy, actually.
So I drafted a lot with him. I noticed that he does it when he really likes. Like I think he waits till he really likes what he has for a core in his first 13
So
rounds.
that
He
that's
doesn't
like
he does he doesn't do it all the time, but he does do it when the
yeah,
opportunity presents
and it's
itself.
different. It's a little bit different. And those two defenses, the Broncos took that corner from Texas. Now they got Sertan, and then the Eagles defense, obviously. So yeah, it's like you could just play matchups with those two defenses, and you're getting solid points, and you can keep your fab money too. So the only issue is you got to hold those two defenses. You can't add another guy, I guess. But yeah, I kind of like it. And then you also too, you're taking defenses early, and you're passing on some high upside guys in these drafts. I guess if you can hit, but
Right, right. But that's kind of why I started to come off of defenses early. I used to draft like that too.
yeah, I haven't done that in years. Like I always take my defense and kicker last 2 rounds.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because I started to realize I not only did I get good at streaming defenses, but I got
Right.
good at like identifying
Right.
one. Like there's always one that you pick up off waivers, and it stays on. Like you don't drop them. There's there's one that you don't drop, and then the second, like if you can afford a second one, throughout the season, that's the one you rotate in and out and you stream.
Yeah,
But
100%.
that's kind of how I do it. I mean, round 16, I guess, if there's a good defense still around, still there, I'll take them. But and a top three defense, I should say.
Yeah, like, and that's the other thing too. There's injuries, and then you don't know. Like these defenses could change fast, and there's always going to be defenses, like you said, that you could pick up. And streaming, yeah, it's easy. Like you get shitty quarterbacks as you start guys against Will Levis, freaking Tyler Shuck, whatever, early on. And then you just play it every week, and then you take high upside picks like Pat Bryant, Betch, Brashard Smith. I just took there, so I ended up getting Lloyd and Brashard Smith.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys you can miss out on for sure. That's why I
Yeah.
said Duke does it when he knows when he really likes what he's got already.
Right. Right.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't want to make. You don't want to. You don't need the upside
Yeah, that makes sense.
because he's got that running back core.
I mean, his first three picks, I like. Again, Moore. I love DJ Moore, but you know how I feel about Caleb and the Bears. So, um, yeah, that's the way I feel. Sutton is solid. Jennings is solid. Myers solid. I think in the seventh. Ingram solid. Nix should be fine. Caleb in the 10th. All right, whatever. He should be good in the 10th. He's back up. Tyler Warren, I like him. Roshan McMillan doesn't get the credit he deserves, I don't think. And then the two defenses, Krosky Merritt, I don't know. He's going to need an injury, but it's an upside pick at this point. And then he takes the Steelers
McMillan, yeah,
kicker. The
McMillan
Steelers
goes,
kicker. The
yeah.
Steelers kick a billion field goals, so I like that one.
The McMillan goes unnoticed. Well, you're right, he does. And with Godwin, I like the way I see Tampa Bay's offense playing out. I see Egbuka and McMillan getting some early run, and Godwin kind of being like ramped up mid to late season. I don't see them really over Pepper and Godwin like crazy early on. So, I think that, and then if Godwin doesn't make it all the way back, or he gets re-injured, misses time,
Right.
McMillan's definitely a nice pick where he's going.
Yeah, I mean it's either a Godwin injury, or he just
Mike Evans is is always banged. He gets banged up and he plays, but then he doesn't. He'll get like 5 targets the whole game. Like, so that's
right.
another thing that McMillan. That whole offense, the McMillan and Egbuka is basically what I'm getting at. Those guys are gonna have early season impact. Rashad Smith in 17, you got him. Nice. That's good. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Surprised he
No,
lasted that long.
yeah, I'm wondering what I should do with my last pick. Herbert is still there. I could
Yeah,
take Herbert.
you could.
I'm looking at Kendry Miller. I feel like Kendry Miller is a good pick too, because I feel like they could trade Kamara too. They could ship him off at some point. Um, yeah, I'm gonna take Herbert. So I got 3 quarterbacks. I don't know if I'm gonna hold those 3 quarterbacks all year, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, back to McMillan. I feel like he's underrated. He's talented. I mean, he arguably could be the best receiver that came out of Washington last year over Odunze. And the thing about Godwin though is like they paid him all that money and they knew he was hurt. So I feel like he's gonna come back. I feel like he'll be
Yeah,
okay.
he will come back. I just think they ease him in. Like there's a bunch of people who think if he's on the field, he's going to be get the same volume that he's got last year while he was on the field. I don't think that's the case. I think that they want to have him healthy for like the stretch, like the games where they're playing to clinch a playoff spot, and they want him to be fully healthy for that. as opposed to like for 6 weeks, for 7 weeks even.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. We're gonna find out real soon. I mean, training camp's coming up, and then we're gonna get all the report. Everything's gonna change drastically in the next couple of weeks. It's gonna be insane once the camps start. Do you ever go up to Patriots camp at all, or no?
I haven't in a few years, but yeah, I used to.
You definitely should try to go, man.
Yeah.
With Henderson and Kyle Williams, May, you should definitely go check that out. I think I might go up to check out the Jaguars. Actually, it's like 2.5 hours north of me.
Nice.
So I may check them out. They have a scrimmage on August 1st that I may check out. All right, man. Well, we're in the last two rounds here, so we could wrap this baby up.
All right, man. Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
Steve.
man. Appreciate you coming on. We're gonna do more of these, couple more of these, obviously before the season starts. We'll try to do some best balls too. But yeah, this was my first draft back in a couple weeks. Same for Joe, even though he wasn't participating, gave his breakdown, his analysis. So yeah, anytime you want to come on, Joe, man, you're more than welcome. I love having you on, and vice versa, bro. I'll jump on your show as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we got to do that soon. We got it. I actually got Hoff coming on this Tuesday. He's bringing one of his guys on,
okay,
uh, and for Aces Up, I got to work on that show sheet. I'll probably work on the show sheet tomorrow night and
okay,
get it
cool, man.
out to him Tuesday night on the Sports Affiliation YouTube channel.
Yeah, check that out. Sports affiliation. They did. I saw you guys had Austin Eckler on. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. So I was in Hershey for that. I had my feet in the pool and my earbud in, and I listened to that. I'm kind of I was talking all this shit that I was gonna dive bomb the studio before the show, just so I could meet Austin Eckler, and then I was on vacation, so that wasn't even so I got, but I did. I joined the league. I joined the charity league. Actually, is a $250 buy-in.
Wow.
Is it goes all the way up to $2,500 buy-in,
For
and
Eckler's league.
yeah, and he's got some good prizes, man. I wish I could bring it up. I know that two expo tickets is part of it.
Wow.
You get a personal. Each person that wins the league, you gets
Wow.
a phone call from Austin Eckler or a video chat. I forget I think it's a video chat, and it's just like a cool little package. Some memorabilia, autograph memorabilia, and I was like, I was only going to donate. I was like, I even typed in the private chat. I was like, I'm just going to donate. I don't know if I can add another league. And
Yeah.
then I got I got the info out of the show description, and I went to the website, and I was like, holy shit, these are some good contests. So Austin Eckler Foundation, man, definitely. It's actually the draft is going to be the same day. I have two live high stakes drafts in New York.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
yeah, it's going to be in the afternoon. I have a draft early
Oh, okay.
afternoon, a draft at 4, and then a draft at 6.
I was gonna say you're doing them all at once. That would have been
No,
crazy.
not all at once. No, no.
Oh yeah, you
But
got New York coming up too. You're going to the bar, right? That's awesome. I got to
yeah,
try to go there next year. See, that's the problem. I come up every year and I leave like the end of the month, July, and then it's tough for me to go back again. So I got to try to figure it out and get up to New York or next year. Definitely participate because my boy, I telling you, my boy Espo goes up there too. So
yeah. I
uh,
drafted with him last year. Yeah,
yeah,
actually, I
he's
think he
going
won.
again. He's
I
going
think he
again.
won. I want to say he won the league,
The Bullet.
the prime time,
Oh, the prime time. He may. I think he won the Bullet or the prime
or
time
or,
last
or
year.
he came in second. He was either first or
No, he's
second.
good. He's sharp, man. Like
Yeah,
I've been playing in this NCAA hoop thing with him, players pool for years, and he wins it all the time. Fantasy football. He knows what he's doing for sure. He's a big, huge fantasy guy. All right, you want to just look? Any comments on any of these teams real quick before we get out of here?
yeah, I will say Team 11 did good with the zero RB build. I mean, I'm not thrilled with Connor as a one, but I mean, people have been underestimating Connor for 3 years now. So, um, and let's go, and just let me see, Team 4. Ridley, team one. Let me see how team one did. I always like to look at team ones. Chase, Burrow, Hampton, Jacobs, Pickens, Odunze, Pearsall. Wow, he laid it on thick with the wide receivers. Yeah, I mean, nothing really out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
I like Duke's three running back start. I like Team Five start. I don't like how he filled in his running back room. I would have gotten some
Yeah.
better wide receivers there, but
Yeah, he had a really unique start there. If he could have kind of, but again, it could still work. And he's got the Murray Harrison stack, so we'll see how that works out. I had that in one league last year with Sanda, the league I was in. I told Sanda too, and I took Harrison 12th. I'm like, I feel yucky doing it, but
let me just throw this one at you. Team Five. If he pushed Xavier Worthy up into the third round, right? Hear me out on this. I know it's a reach, but and then
yeah,
came back with Kittle.
yeah,
Would you like that better?
I
I
would
would
like that
like that
better.
better.
I would like that a lot better. Yeah,
That's one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Kittle. If I can get, I mean, it's like, you could say, all right, let me just take Kittle in the fourth round every single time over Bowers and McBride and not getting him, but you still want to mix it up. But yeah, Kittle in the fourth round.
And it would have paired with McCaffrey.
Solid.
And
Yeah.
it would have, yeah, yeah. And then he could have went Purdy later, even though. Would he get Kyler Murray? Yeah. See, I don't know. Kyler as your one. Who's his second quarterback?
Purdy.
So he did get Purdy.
Yeah, he's got the McCaffrey Purdy there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Jaden
what.
Higgins is a good pick too. I got to start drafting him. I like him. I got to start getting him. I haven't been getting him. So I like that pick there.
Yeah,
All right, my team, I get CD, Adams, JMO as my starting three receivers, Henry and Walker as my two running backs. Andrews my tight end. Fields is my starting quarterback, although I have JJ and Herbert as well. And then my flex, I guess, either Hunter or Addison. And then backup Scatabo, Ramondre, Kincaid, Betch, Lloyd, Pat Bryant, Bashard Smith, and then I get Rams D. I kind of like Rams D. Nice freaking young, ferocious defense. So we'll see how long I could use them. I'll start them for a little while, and then we'll figure out. And then I take Young Ho from the Falcons kicking in the dome. So that's how I wrap that baby up. But yeah, another one in the books, man. Joe, again, thanks, bro, for coming on. You have a great time tomorrow at the draft. Hopefully the weather holds up for you, man. I think it will. And have a great draft, man. And we'll be on again soon.
absolutely. Thank you, Steve.
All right, brother. Peace.